For all the things you need in one, Hughes Federal Credit Union has the latest payment choices that make your life easy and convenient. Put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, big series this weekend at High Corbett Field. Arizona takes on Oregon State in baseball. A week ago, I think, had you asked us, we would have said Arizona was a shoo-in for the NCAA tournament. 6 wins in a row, including a sweep at Cal and a midweek game win over ASU. But you go to a pretty bad USC team, you lose 2-3. All of a sudden, you're looking at the Beavers for 3, ASU in Tucson for 3. These are 2 very big series.
And what makes it more intriguing to me is that who thought you'd be talking about Arizona as a contender this year?
Right.
I mean, they were done.
Yeah.
It was going to take forever to bring it back.
Well, and this was a team, keep in mind, this current team isn't that much different than when Andy Lopez lost with last year and eventually walked away from the game because of. It's very different. What do you think the big change has been?
The approach.
Okay.
I think the mentality, the kids are having fun. I'm not demeaning Andy on any of this.
No.
It's just a new approach. And that's when you hire a coach after a situation that wasn't very good.
Right.
He's got to have 180, and Jay Johnson has a 180. Right. He allows one of his players to video dugout activities during the game.
Yeah, Sawyer. Sawyer does that. And, I mean, what I noticed, the lasting image in my head of Arizona baseball will be when they were up at Cal, they were playing that game that went forever. It was the craziest college baseball game you've ever seen. And at some point in extra innings, their players started wearing rally belts. They took the belts off their pants and put them around their heads. One guy took a helmet and put it like this on his face and was looking through the holes in the top of the helmet. I'm sitting there going, A, this is pretty cool, great TV. B, Andy Lopez would not have gone for that. Andy Lopez didn't like low pants and no stirrups.
Yeah. It's just new school, old school.
Right.
And Andy was outstanding at old school.
He was.
I think Jay's going to be outstanding at new school. I mean, they had a day off Tuesday, and they've been on the road forever,
Right.
playing forever, midweek games. He flies to L.A. to recruit.
Wow.
That's part of being 37 years old.
True.
And it's why Arizona, I think, is going to be a powerhouse over the next 5 years.
You know, Jay Johnson, I think, is doing a couple things very well, and we see a little bit of this in other sports. I think he's hitting SoCal incredibly hard, which I think is
and
good.
Junior colleges.
And junior colleges. I think that you're right, they announced the signing of a Phoenix
ACC player of the year.
ACC Player of the Year just the other day. He's hitting SoCal hard, he's hitting junior colleges hard, and he's using, whether it's social media or just the impression that they get watching them on TV, Arizona seems like a fun place to play.
I've been watching a lot of their games, and Zach Gibbons and Cody Raymer, who I thought were non-players,
Right.
are players.
Players.
I mean, he has developed them.
Yeah.
And not just those guys, the first baseman, Rivas.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Rivas is good. J.J. Banichevic is good. I even look
Bannister?
at Bannister's good. I mean, and you look and you sit there and you go, whoa, where'd they find these guys? And then you look up their bios and they go, oh, they were here last year.
Yeah. They weren't good last year.
I know. It's just, I don't know. It's a matter of, I think, these players developing naturally, just being older, and having maybe a new approach, and sometimes that's needed.
I'm looking forward to this weekend series. I think they're going to get, over the weekend, 3 games of Oregon State. I'll bet they get almost 12,000 people.
Oh, yeah. Well, the weather's going to be nice. Yeah. Huge series. And, I mean, this could be for the chance to host a regional.
And that sounds almost unbelievable to say that, because Oregon State's the best baseball program in the Pac-12.
And has been for the last decade.
And they don't even get to go outside for the first 2 months.
I know. And then to wrap up basically your regular season, they go to Hawaii at the end, but to wrap up your regular conference season with Arizona State at a High Corbett Field with some legitimate stakes. This is not your father's Arizona State team. They've been struggling. I mean, if Arizona could say win 4 or 6 over their next 2 weeks, I think there's playoff baseball at High Corbett.
I do too, and plus they would draw 20,000 fans in those 6 games. Really?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? If we went back into the Greg Hansen Video Notebook archives, I think that we would both say a year ago or 11 months ago, me and you would both be like, oh, he's got a lot of work to do, it's going to be a slog, and hasn't missed a beat.
And have you noticed that since Jay Johnson left Nevada, they've disintegrated?
No.
Yeah.
No. You pay attention to Mountain West
I
Conference
looked it
baseball
up
too.
last
I
week.
like it.
They had already lost 22 games.
Oh, my.
In a really bad league.
Oh my, that's, wow. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting. This seems to me like another one of those Greg Byrne hires where he found the right person with the right amount of energy, and it looks like it's working.
Gee, if Greg Byrne had been around, they'd have never hired John Malkovich.
John Malkovich, as always, is a good place to end this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook. That'll do it for this episode, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. For Greg Hansen, you know what, you weren't a John Malkovich guy?
Let's just say that I think Larry Scott, I have Larry Scott 1 and John Malkovich 2.
During the summer when things get slow, we're just going to do Greg Hansen, John Malkovich stories.
Okay.
Is that okay? I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
True fans live for their team. They buy the gear, they order the tickets, they pay for the seats and the experiences. For those true U of A fans, thankfully there is Hughes Federal Credit Union, offering the latest payment choices such as U of A debit cards, paying online, paying a friend with Pop Money, or using Apple Pay with your mobile phone. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union, smart choice.